Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of What Grandpa Says. This is going to be for you folks that are moving from the cities and towns out to the rural areas. We've talked about this a couple of times, and I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to understand. There's been a mass exodus from cities and towns to move into rural areas where people are living off grid and starting their own homestead. They're going to, supplement their income selling fruits and vegetables, which is great. I am all for it. Whatever your niche is, whatever you want to do to move out into the rural area is super good. But there's some things you need to understand. What you perceive to be okay may not be okay with your neighbors. And what I mean by that is a couple of different things. One, if you move out to an area and you got a piece of land and you build the best fences money can buy, and your critters, your dogs, your cats, your ducks, your pigs, your chickens, your horses, your cows, I don't care what they are, they're eventually going to get out. If you stay out there long enough, they're eventually going to go. So no matter what you do, there's going to come a time when something's going to happen and your animals are not going to be contained no more. Cannot prevent that, can't stop it. Whether it be a tree blow down on a fence and your cows get out, or whatever the case is. Your neighbors will understand. However, if there's a problem with your fences, you make no effort to correct that, you make no effort to contain your animals, and you constantly get them over on somebody else's place, no matter how good-hearted that person is, no matter how much of an animal lover your neighbor is, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. We've lost several $1,000s in our garden due to neighbors' animals getting over here, and it's not like it's no big deal. Was there an effort to fix the fence? Absolutely not. Still has not been. So we're going to try this again this year, only this time it'll be a different outcome. Get along with your neighbors. You don't have to like them, you don't have to go to their parties, you don't have to celebrate holidays with them, but you do need to get along. You need to respect their property, you need to respect their area, and if you are of mind, you need to be able to help your neighbors when you can. Not just when it benefits you, but when you can. Because that's what we in the rural community do. Out in the country, that's what we've done for thousands of years. We've always helped and supported one another. You help them as much as you can. And the reason is because there's going to come a time that you're going to need their help. Whether it's you to help with the animals or help with something around the house, need to jump, your driveway's muddied in, you're stuck in the mud, something's going to happen. You're going to need, it would be a better deal to need your neighbors. And what I found, which really hadn't quite understood yet, is most people out in the rural area that's moving to the rural area has no family local to that area. They're moving, well, at least in our part of the country anyway, they're moving out there by themselves, which is even more reason for you to get along with your neighbors. Super important. Not just with the animals. We've got some areas out here to where people's come out and taken over some land, and they've got it all trashed up, and then your neighbors has got a super nice spot. Their place is cleaned up, and you have to drive by that trashy stuff every day, in and out, in and out, in and out. It lowers your value of your property. It takes away from your happiness of being out there. And if you want to live in a trashy spot, that's fine. Do it in a place where there's other trashy spots. They're all over the country. Just don't pull up to a nice homestead next door and decide you're going to start trashing up your place. I've got neighbors that's got grass in the backyard 6 foot tall, had never been mowed in 5 years. It's right against the house. Not a good deal. I do have some good neighbors, and that they have, we take turns, we help each other out. I've needed their help, sure enough, and they've needed mine. But that's what we do. But for you people that wants to move out here and isolate yourself and decide that you can just come out here and run, and just because you come from the city, that you're smarter than these country dumb folk, I assure you, you're going to be on the losing end of that stick. I promise. People don't survive out here in the country on their own and think, boy, I wished I had some neighbors from a big city come out and show me how to do this, or tell me what's best, or how I'm messing up. Don't do that. Don't do that. You guys, I want you guys to have a great day. We appreciate our followers for coming in. We're looking for some more subscribers. You guys take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit that little plus sign, just comment, like. You can find us on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. If you've got a particular subject you'd like to talk about or need some advice on, whether it be children or husbands or wives or grandparents or whatever it is, shoot me a message. I'll give you my opinion. You may or may not like it, but it'll be what Grandpa says. And remember what Grandpa says, good fences make good neighbors. Y'all have a great day.